7:30, we got Washington State, who's 4-1, traveling to number 6 USC, who's 5-0. USC favored by 13 points on Fox. Cam Ward for Washington State. By the way, Washington State is playing an elimination game here, guys, so keep that in mind. But Cam Ward for Washington State has gone 131 and 191 here early on, thrown for 1,445 yards, 13 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Nakia Watson on the ground has had 62 carries for 312 yards and 2 touchdowns. Donovan Ollie through the air has had 27 catches for 298 yards and 2 touchdowns. Caleb Williams for USC has gone 107 and 159, thrown for 1,402 yards, 12 touchdowns, 1 interception. Travis Dye on the ground has had 62 carries for 422 yards and 5 touchdowns. Jordan Addison through the air has had 29 catches for 442 yards and 6 touchdowns. USC leads their series all-time 61-10. Last 3 games have gone to USC from 2018 to 2021. Last Washington State victory was in 2017. Last time they won at USC was in 2013. So let's get into these two football teams. And I have not done an upset special this week, and this is going to be mine, right? I have not picked a lot of upsets over top 25 football teams. I haven't, right? And there's been a pretty good reason. I don't think a lot of teams are really going to do it this year. I don't really expect this week. This isn't exactly the highest chance at some upsets that we've seen, for sure. So I don't know what the chances are we're going to see a lot of upsets this week, but I think this is a great chance at one. Washington State is a blown fourth. If you eliminate the fourth quarter of play against Oregon, 5-0, right? If they don't let up 29 points in the fourth, they easily win that football game. If they don't allow 22 points in 3 minutes, they easily win that football game. But they did. And Washington State, hopefully they learned their lesson from that. But Washington State is, in my opinion, one of the best 4-1 teams in the country, and they're not ranked, right? Washington State is a severely underrated 4-1. This is a Washington State team that is legitimately really good. And I understand their strongest win is arguably Wisconsin, and that's not the strongest win to have on your resume. But USC this is possibly a chance for a look-ahead game, right, for USC. They play the Utes next week, and that is going to be one of the toughest games you play all year. And you're playing Utah, who, in my opinion, is probably the second best team in the Pac-12 and easily could beat Utah and USC next week. To be fair, for USC, Utah's gonna get the absolute crap beaten out of them this week by UCLA, and even if they do skate past UCLA, it's going to take a lot of effort to beat them. But this is a great chance for a look-ahead game if you're USC, and you just can't afford to look ahead here. Washington State is too good of a football team to expect for you to just easily roll over them. It's just not going to happen. The Cougs are a good football team. USC's coming off a mediocre win against Arizona State. They didn't play the best in the world, but they did do enough to win by a considerable margin against Arizona State. I forgot who Washington State played last weekend. I believe it was Cal. I believe they played Cal last weekend, and they kind of dominated Cal. Kind of showed that they were the much better 4-1 football team. And I like Washington State here. I like them on the road, and I like them to pull off the upset over USC. Give me the Cougs in the upset of the day to upset a top 10 team and send Penn State a little bit higher.